As a licensed cosmetologist, I get asked all kinds of questions about hair care, anything you can think of. But more recently, the conversation has centered around hair loss and GLP-1 medications. I'm Chrissy J, and this is What the Blush. This is the channel where we talk about all things related to beauty and hair care, but we're giving you the truth and the science that supports it. Let's talk about it. So, what is GLP-1? Well, GLP-1 stands for glucagon-like peptide 1. Simple, right? The easiest way to define it is that it's a hormone that's naturally produced in the gut that helps to regulate blood sugar and appetite linked directly to type 2 diabetes. GLP-1s are most known genetically as semaglutide or tirzepatide, but professionally as Wegovy, Mounjaro, or Zepbound. Now, there are other benefits and side effects to using this drug, but like I mentioned earlier, in today's video, we're specifically going to focus on the impacts of these drugs and how they connect to hair loss. Now, CNBC recently released an article which talked about these GLP-1 medications and their direct link to hair loss. Now, because the drug is newer to the market, and by newer I mean like within the last few years, we haven't really been able to gather or look at much data tied to the drug and hair loss, but that information is now being released. Since we already defined GLP-1s, what they're known as, and what they do, let's talk about the number one most asked question about GLP-1s. That question is, does GLP-1 cause hair loss? And in short, no. Taking GLP-1 medication doesn't directly connect to you losing your hair. It's not as if you take the drug and bingo, bango, your hair falls out. That's not how it works. What happens though is when you're taking this medication, it causes a physiological change in the body through appetite suppression, through lack of nutrient and vitamin intake, and also rapid weight loss. It causes the body to go into shock, therefore leading indirectly to hair loss. It's actually a form of alopecia known as Telogen Effluvium. Normally you see this type of hair loss in women after they have children or some other major physiological change within the body. Another question you may be asking is how to stop hair loss when taking semaglutide or tirzepatide, which are the generic names for Wegovy, Mounjaro, and Zepbound. And in actuality, you can't prevent this hair loss from happening. But there are things that you can do to support your body during this transition while you're taking this medication. And what do those ways of support look like? Well, it's really about consuming your nutrient and vitamins to meet your daily required value. So that means through supplements or through food. Now with limited appetite or appetite suppression, we have to get creative in how we're consuming the necessary nutrients and vitamins that we need to just live on a day-to-day basis. We'll go more in depth into that in a later video. We can talk strictly about nutrition and different foods and ways to consume because the body absorbs these nutrients in different ways. It's not a one size fits all, and it's all gonna fit everybody the same way. It really is based on you, your body, and having a conversation with your medical professional to find ways to help support your body while you're on this journey. And now, you may ask, what are the best hair supplements for GLP-1? And there isn't one best hair supplement that is going to fit everyone's needs. But what I can tell you is that the top nutrients that are depleted from the body while taking GLP-1 medication includes protein, B12, zinc, let me check my list, vitamin D, magnesium, and folate. All of these vitamins, all of these nutrients are necessary for you to live on a day-to-day basis. And when your appetite is not where it was prior to taking that medication and you're not consuming those daily values on a regular basis, then in turn, it is going to cause the body to go into shock. And the first thing that is going to go or be impacted is usually the hair and the nails. And the reason for that is that when you're consuming your foods, when you're consuming your nutrients, your body is so beautifully designed to help you live and survive. So your organs, your heart, your lungs, all of the above. Once all of your vital organs have been treated or have gotten what they need, then whatever is left is going to go to the hair follicles to help support your hair growth and your nails. When you're not consuming those daily values, those daily requirements that you need on a daily basis, your hair and your nails are probably not going to get anything, which is why you have hair loss. So we'll talk further and go in depth with more suggestions and recommendations on GLP-1s and hair loss.